The fog hung low over the hills of Marennes, curling around the oak trees like a memory refusing to lift. The morning was soft and golden, touched by the scent of eucalyptus and the distant sound of church bells. It was a perfect day for a wedding. Clara stood before the mirror in her grandmother's old house, tucked behind the redwood groves. She adjusted the lace sleeves of her dress, her fingers trembling slightly, not from nerves, but from something more profound. In her palm, she held the ring. It was small, delicate, and older than anything in her jewelry box. Yellow gold with an opalescent stone that shimmered in shifting colors, slightly dulled by age. A single inscription inside the band, "For love is ours." She hadn't noticed it at first. Her fiancé, Lucas, had bought the ring from a quiet little antique shop in Sausalito. It had caught his eye, something about its simplicity, its quiet elegance. He hadn't known its history. Neither had she. But the moment Clara saw the words inside, a chill had passed through her.
Are you okay, sweetheart? You look pale.
This ring, it's familiar.
Familiar with?
Clara hesitated, then pulled open the bottom drawer of her grandmother's old vanity. She reached past perfume bottles and silk handkerchiefs, past old Polaroids and saved letters. There, wrapped in yellowed tissue paper, was the small newspaper clipping. She had read it 100 times growing up. A brief article from 1985. Local couple robbed at knife point. Heirloom wedding ring stolen. The photo showed her grandparents, Thomas and Evelyn, standing together arm in arm, smiling despite the trauma. Her grandmother's hand rested over Thomas's heart, the absence of the ring like a missing tooth in a smile.
It wasn't the ring that hurt to lose, darling. It was the promise in it, the words, "For love is ours." Your grandfather had it engraved the night before the wedding. I never thought I'd see it again.
Clara stared at the ring now, the same delicate band that had vanished all those years ago.
You don't think...
They brought it downstairs to Evelyn, now in her 80s, her hands gnarled with time, but her eyes sharp as ever. Unfortunately, Thomas had passed away years ago. The moment Evelyn saw the ring, she gasped.
"Oh, Tom, this is it. This is the ring he gave me the day we were married. The thief had taken it and run. I thought it was gone forever."
Lucas bought it from an antique store. He didn't know.
Of course he didn't, but God did. 40 years ago, I lost this ring. And now you'll wear it today when you say the same vows.
Is it okay?
It's perfect, because now the promise in it lives again. Clara walked down the aisle an hour later, her hand curled around Lucas's. The afternoon sun filtered through stained glass windows in warm hues of amber and rose. The old chapel smelled faintly of cedar and candle wax, a scent that reminded Clara of her grandparents' home, of stories told by the fireplace, of Evelyn humming love songs to herself while making tea.
She couldn't stop thinking about the ring. As Lucas spoke his vows, his voice steady and sure, Clara found her mind drifting, not out of distraction, but connection. It was as though her vows weren't hers alone. They echoed something older, something unfinished, a promise made long ago in the same trembling voice, in a different time, now woven into this moment. When he slid the ring onto her finger, her breath caught. It fit perfectly, as if it had been waiting not just to return, but to continue its story. They kissed to a swell of music and applause, but even amid the celebration, Clara felt the weight of the past whispering. Later that night, after the laughter and dancing had quieted, Clara and Lucas sat alone in the garden behind the chapel. The stars blinked above like scattered coins in a dark fountain. Crickets chirped, and the soft hush of night settled around them.
You've been quiet. You okay?
I'm more than okay. I just can't stop thinking about the ring.
I still can't believe it was your grandmother's. What are the chances?
That's the thing. I don't think it's just a chance. I think this ring was meant to find its way back, like it had unfinished business. Like some stories don't end until they come full circle.
Maybe love leaves a trail behind, even when it's lost. Maybe it pulls things back together, piece by piece.
Evelyn said something before the ceremony. She told me, God did this. He brought the promise back that love never really gets stolen. It just waits.
Then I guess we're the next chapter.
They sat in silence a while longer. Then, Clara turned the ring slowly on her finger, rereading the faded inscription, "For love is ours."
What if some things are marked? Not just by time or hands, but by what they mean, by what they carry.
Lucas watched her eyes, the way they shimmered with wonder.
And what does it carry?
A promise. Not just between two people, but across generations. Through fear, through loss, even through forgetting. I think when something is meant to return, it finds a way.
The bride's fingers brushed the groom's shoulder as they turned, and the light caught her ring, a simple gold band set with an opalescent stone that shimmered in shifting colors, the same hues it had carried for centuries.
Beautiful ceremony.
Across the floor, the groom noticed them only in passing, his new grandmother-in-law chatting with someone near the pillar. Then, the dance ended, and the shimmer of the ring caught the chandelier's light one last time before the bride turned fully into her husband's arms. Inside the chapel, Evelyn sat near the window, wrapped in a shawl of soft wool. She watched the newlyweds through the glass, her eyes misty, her lips moving silently in prayer. She closed her eyes, and for the briefest moment, she imagined Thomas beside her, young and strong again, his hand warm in hers.
You were right. Love never ends.